So you remember Tumblr?
Yes.
Okay. So whenever Vincent and I first started dating, Tumblr was like the big social media thing, and it was not censored like it is now. And we worked like an hour away from each other. And throughout the day, because we're like horny perverts, we'd sex each other and stuff like that. And he would always kind of like make dares for me. And so our social media platform that we were on allowed that, which was Tumblr. And we had kind of gotten a following because he would like post the dare for the day of me or for me. Like, I want you to try and drag your boss into the stairwell and like flirt with him. Even though it was on video, it was the thought of just me like just being naughty and like doing something sexual that day. Or it was masturbate on the way home and try and get like a truck driver to like see you, which is super dangerous, by the way. Don't do it. But yeah, the Tumblr following just grew and grew and grew. And it kind of like, we just got this huge following of fans, and they were starting to create dares for me every day. And different names at that time. It wasn't porn names, but it was our handles, Mm-hmm. And they would just create all of these like fantasies and dares for me to do throughout the day. I'd be doing like 5 or 6 a day, I'm trying to do all my work. But it was like, take a toy, because I had a cubicle, take a toy to your cubicle and, take a picture of you with the toy in your, up your dress, and then we put it on Tumblr, and we just got this huge following. And then my husband was like, we can make money off of this. I've been modeling since I was 15. Mm-hmm. And whenever I got with him 7 years ago, he was like, let's do some, erotic modeling, some like nude modeling. And I'm totally okay with that because I'm very sexually free and fine with my body. And so the transition into what I was, and then, the Tumblr dares and the erotic modeling and stuff like that. He said, you should get on like My Free Cams and start doing some webcamming. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. What is it? And so he showed me a couple of girls doing their webcamming at home, very safe, making tons of money, and just sitting there talking to guys and girls and having fun with their body, or just being there for someone, just talking to them, making them feel like you have a friend, and I made a killing. And so that was kind of the first step into monetizing what we like to do.
Right. And then when did you switch over to OnlyFans, and how did you get yourself?
About 6 years, I think it was about 6 years ago. So I don't know when OnlyFans started, but it was kind of in the beginning, I believe. It took a while to get where I am. It took years. But yeah, it was about 6 years ago. But it was I did My Free Cams and then started like mini vids and then OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned when we were talking earlier about like this really wild scene that you did that kind of like launched your career. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So it was my very first time on My Free Cams, and I didn't really like understand like the rules. I just saw like what a couple of girls, I watched them do their own streaming, camming session, and I love the dare thing. I'm kind of competitive.
Yeah, I got that sense.
And I love the riskiness of a situation. That's what turns me on. And I was camming one night. It was the first night that I was doing it, and I had a bunch of I don't want to call it customers, but fans. I don't know what to really call them, but a lot of people asking, hey, you should order a pizza and answer the door topless. And I'm like, topless? Why not do it nude? I was like,
one step further.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know what a yellow wall is on My Free Cams. It's where a yellow wall is, you tell your fan base, you're like, okay, if I do this dare, I want to see, a yellow wall from each and every one of you. And that means whenever they send you tokens, it creates like this yellow, like highlighted, like this whole wall. And as long as it keeps going, you just like keep on going with the dare. Mm-hmm. And so they just kept this wall going. So I called the pizza place, ordered a pizza, got it nude, delivered to the house, answered the door nude. And I actually invited the guy in while I was like, here, come on in, let me go set this down so I can sign it. I didn't have like a pot, anything so on me. And he was surprised. He was cool. He was an average Joe looking guy. Yeah. And he, kind of followed me into the house. I set the pizza down. It was, writing on this before like DoorDash and all that stuff. So went to go sign the thing. I was like, actually, come in my living room. And it was just like around a little wall. And I was like, I'm sitting here on my cam show. I was wondering if you might want to like, finger me or eat my pussy like right before you go. And he's like, yeah. So we made like a little film. So little did I know, you're not supposed to have anyone on camera that's not signed up for My Free Cams.
Of course.
And but the whole time my yellow wall is going ding 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 ding. It's like it sounded like a casino.
Yeah.
Because these people were like, oh my God, we've never seen this before.
Yeah.
This isn't a setup. We just heard her like call.
Yeah.
It's her very first night.
Yeah.
And on My Free Cams, if you're a new model, they like feature you like at the top of the of their page. And so I mean, it was just going bananas. And to me, that like it's like cheerleaders in the background. Do more. So it just like push me into like, going further. So I like got a condom out, he had a little tiny penis. I only had a Magnum. I put it on and it kept like slipping off, and I like bent over the back of the chair, and he was like trying to fuck me and just kept, trying like coming off, and I was like, it's okay. And I think I don't even remember how the scene goes, but it just kept getting wilder by the second. And I think he came either in the condom or in my mouth or something like that. It was so long ago, it was like 6 years ago. But it was like the wildest thing ever. So my free cams like waited until they got like all their money, and it was like the end of the night, because I think it was like an hour after the pizza guy left that I like shut it down. I was like, okay guys, that was so much fun. Thank you so much. See y'all tomorrow or whenever the next time I was going to be on. And my free cams like waited, and then the next day they're like, hey, I know you're a new model, but by the way, you're not supposed to have any like any strangers or people that are not signed up to be on My Free Cams. They can't be on the film with you. Like they have to
go through the age verification and the model.
No, I didn't know, and I didn't. But they were like, but you're fine. Just don't do it again. And I was like, okay, because you could they could kick you off and you could never get back on there.
I think nowadays that might happen with everything that's going on.
Yeah, this was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, that guy went home and told his friends the story, and I can guarantee you not a single one of them believed him.
Listen to this. So 2 years goes by. We're still in the same city,
right?
But different neighborhood. We had moved.
Right.
2 years goes by, and we're in a different house, just a different neighborhood. And we ordered a pizza, and I opened the door.
Fuck off! No way!
Yes,
No
seriously. And so it wasn't on my free cams, but my husband loves to do this kind of stuff, and he set up like a little camera, and he was like, do a little topless stare for me. For him, it was only for him.
Yeah.
We didn't have we weren't going to post it anywhere. I wasn't filming like for anything.
Right.
It was just for him, and he was home and everything. He was just in the room, and he was like, just do another pizza dare thing, just topless. I'm like, all right. So he set it up like by the stairs, like on the what do you call it, like the loft part of the stairs. And I go down, and I open the door. It's the same fucking dude. I didn't recognize him though, and he goes, oh my god. And my name was a different name at that time. It was Tiana XXX Live, and I have a lot of fans who have still followed me to this day, so I can say that. But he goes, Tiana, and I was like, yeah. He goes, I'm the pizza dude. I'm the pizza dude from like 2 years ago. I was like, oh my god, no way. And we gave each other a hug. I like just threw the pizza on the floor, gave each other a hug, and I was like, well, since you're here, I was like, you want to finger bang me on the stairs? He was like, fuck yeah. Yes, no lie. I didn't recognize him. I felt so bad. But yeah, so that's the wild, and it just blew up after that. Well, the first one, it blew everything up. And because we weren't even going to post that, we ended up posting it because it was just going to be a topless dare for my husband, And then that happened, and I asked him, I was like, do you mind if I post it? He was like, no, I'm a fucking celebrity. Yeah.
That is
Isn't that the craziest story?
Yeah.
Yeah.